there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we are talking Big Brother, and we have a fallout, or an official fallout, because we need to talk about the season 23 and season 24 AFP winners, and it seems as though one AFP winner has unfollowed the other. What am I talking about? Tiffany has unfollowed Taylor, who was, of course, the BB24 season winner, you guys, and this just happened recently, a couple of days ago or so. If you all recall, things have kind of been off and on with Tiffany and Taylor. Remember, at the end of Taylor's season, Tiffany really took Taylor under her wing. Remember, everybody was at the finale party at Todrick's house and was bunking at Todrick's house, and Tiffany was allegedly pulling people into different bedrooms at Todrick's house, cussing them out for the bullying and the isolation that Taylor experienced on her season, to where Taylor was left broken and alone and crying so many times. And remember, even after the show, Tiffany really embraced Taylor amongst the cookout. Taylor was really close with Hannah and Azza as well. And also, several times Taylor was staying at Tiffany's house in Detroit, in Michigan, and they were doing all these lives together, and everything seemed like everything was on the up and up. And then, we got the rumors, of course, that Taylor and Joseph had broken up, and then they officially had announced that they had broken up. And a little bit beforehand, though, like about a year or so ago today, remember we saw Kylin from the cookout attend the Super Bowl with Taylor last year. And it was a big to-do because everybody was like, well, why wasn't Joe there? Why couldn't Joseph attend the Super Bowl? And everybody was like, oh, it's no big deal. Lay's sponsoring it. This is last minute. Kylin was available per usual, in all of the things, right? And so then there were all these rumors about Taylor and Kylin being spotted at various places across the U.S., whether it's different reality TV events or what have you, or celebrating Chada going to medical school, like all kinds of different things. They were popping up, but try to make it seem like they weren't really together. Once Tiffany got wind of this, she unliked all of the photos that were, everything she ever liked on Taylor's page, unliked anything that involved the two of them, deleted some pictures, some solo pictures of her and Kylin on her page, but because you're saying, well, why would she be upset about Kylin? Because that was her man, or her situationship, her entanglement, relationship, whatever. Didn't they go to Hawaii or somewhere together after their season? And it was the will they or won't they, but they kept appearing together at various places for quite some time, and then at some point it fizzled out and it didn't work out, and then Kylin was back on the prowl, was back into, hooking up with various reality TV people. I still remember a couple of cringe lives, where there was one with Taylor and Kylin long after Joseph left Todrick's house, in which somebody left a comment like, don't leave Kylin alone with Taylor or she's gonna hook up with him too. And I was like, whoa, shots fired. And, and I didn't think anything of it at the time, but man, here we are, fast forward to 2024, and allegedly Kylin has moved in with Taylor. You heard that correctly, you guys. Taylor originally had an apartment and everything else in Detroit. I thought she was going to lay down some roots there until she found a stable job. We know, of course, she wanted a full-time Entertainment Tonight hosting gig of some sort. However, she has recently admitted she's not really employed on a full-time basis, but she has little things here and there that she'll do with Paramount Plus, and it sounds like the Lay's deal is over as of now. However, there has been some type of brand deal or something that she has done consistently since her season was over, since she won, in which it was generating some income. But now she is full-fledged moved to LA and has an apartment in LA, and Kylin has been filming lives from the same apartment with his clothes there. The same clothes that we saw when he lived at Todrick's house. The same toys that we saw on the mantle at Todrick's house. And this seems to be a thing, you guys.
Although they're not really saying it's a relationship, and Kylin is doing everything to let you know that he is still for the streets. Because as you guys know, this week is Super Bowl week, and of course, Paramount Plus has flown out Taylor to work for the week and all of these things and go to these events. Meanwhile, Kylin is posting pictures from various places that are only in Las Vegas locations, you guys. Nonetheless, Tiffany is like, skip this, I am done. Because you keep in mind, even though Tiffany was pissed when the rumor started the first time regarding Taylor and Kylin last year, they still came together to film the reality show Reindeer Games, which of course just recently aired over this Christmas break, right? So everything seemed like it was cool. And up until last month, there was still little parties that the cast was having in both Detroit and in New York and all the things. So it seemed like things were at least friendly. And then there was a live in the background where Taylor was talking about doing double dates with Kylin and stuff. And so I didn't think anything of it. I thought everything was cool. Perhaps they could have just been keeping the peace for the simple fact that they were on the same show and just wanted to keep it cool. And then once all of their PR obligations were over, they no longer had to pretend to be anything other than some colleagues that are both in the reality TV space. But since then, Tiffany has unfollowed Taylor, and not only has unfollowed Taylor, but has also put up a messy story as well that said the following. It said, life is too short to be faking a vibe with anybody, relationships, friends, or family. It is what Tiffany posted in her stories. And also in her stories, as you know, she has a podcast also with Big D, and they are reviewing, of course, season 2 of The Traitors. And why is she playing in the stories the song Don't Mess With My Man, you guys? Which is by Nivea and Jagged Edge. Real ones know. Google the song if you never heard of it. YouTube it. It's a bop, you guys. It is a bop. But nonetheless, here's my take on all of this, because I like both women on their seasons. I liked the friendship and thought that this was genuine, and all of these things, at least on Tiffany's side, it seemed genuine. And, I'm disappointed in Taylor, you guys. I am very disappointed in Taylor, regardless of, what people think of Kylin and the F-boy ways or whatever. We all know in some capacity there was some sort of a relationship that carried on with Tiffany after their season took place, and a lot of their fellow reality stars was always trying to bust them and all these things on various trips and things, and for whatever reason things didn't work out, right? Things didn't work out. But if you're this close with Tiffany and you're saying that you're never going to do anything to jeopardize your friendship, and you loved how supportive and how much Tiffany took you in, you were coming at the haters who were like feeling as though, things were chaotic after the season, and her cussing out your castmates and all of these things. And we fast forward to 2024 and Kylin is living with you. And allegedly with you in Las Vegas for Super Bowl week. What is going on? And literally a month ago, it seemed like things were on the up and up. The only thing that I can think of that Tiffany possibly unfollowed Taylor for is maybe she didn't know the seriousness of things with her and Kylin. Maybe she still thought that Taylor and Kylin were still casual, or that it wasn't like a full-on relationship. But that's a little bit different when somebody is full-on moving in with you and laying in bed with you at night and has their stuff at your place and all the things, right? And not just anybody. This is somebody that Tiffany used to deal with, that everybody knew Tiffany used to deal with. The reality TV space is only so big, you guys. It's only so big. But what I don't understand is still on Taylor's side, she still leans into the jailer stuff to feed the jailer fans and all of these things. And we'll post random stuff, random throwbacks to the subscribers. Her and Joseph play it up at times. Only for Kylin to be living full time with you now. It's just not a good look. And Kylin is doing everything to let the people know that he's still for the streets, that he is still single, and that he is not tied down to anybody. So maybe they both see this as a casual thing. They don't want to quote unquote label this as anything. Maybe Kylin just needed a place to stay until season 40 where the challenge starts filming commences and everything else. But I don't like it. And I don't like moving to LA without a plan and without a job. That doesn't make any sense to me. Taylor is from the Midwest, just as Tiffany. It doesn't make any sense if you do not have a full-time gig, in the entertainment business that requires you to be out in LA for any type of reason, for you to just haul off and move all the way out there. It is super expensive to live out in LA, and taxes are a bleep. I lived in California for 2 years. 1 year was in Sacramento, and another year was in Oakland. Well, kind of like Berkeley area, but kind of in between San Fran and Oakland area. But nonetheless, it was very expensive, you guys. Everything's expensive. Food, groceries, place to stay, everything. The apartment with a one-car garage was the same amount as a house would cost in the Midwest, you guys. Like, real talk. So for me, the cost of living was ridiculous. They took a fortune, nearly half of your gross, from taxes when you worked in the state. Like, it was a lot. So there is no reason for me to be living in LA in any capacity unless I hit the lottery. Unless I hit the lottery or there is a dream job that has the salary that I want, that requires me to be in California or Hawaii or wherever. But nonetheless, if I can, live anywhere else and do my thing and do what I'm good at, there is no reason for me to be paying a fortune somewhere else when the cost of living is cheap in several other states in the country, you guys. And I just don't understand any of this. I don't understand, who Taylor's friends are. I don't understand where the family is. All of the family and the close friends to Taylor were speaking out on all of the shenanigans during Taylor's season and everything that she experienced. They made it a point to say that it's on site, with Terrence at the finale of BB24. They made it a point to say, hey, we're going to lock Taylor in the hotel room and tell her all the tea that took place. Only for the shenanigans to continue with Kylin, you guys. What is going on? And Kylin wasn't taking Taylor seriously either, because he was telling people whatever they wanted to hear when season 39 of the challenge was filming. And basically downplayed it and wasn't claiming her. So I just don't understand, what is happening. Is it, just sex? Is that what this is? Just, you're addicted to having sex with him? Because if this is the case, we need to get Taylor some crutches to stand up. It's not that serious, you guys. Here's Taylor up here on live feeds bragging to Monty that, she's got a roster full of people. Meanwhile, she's trying to make fetch happen with Joseph. And, also, of course, was having her own little fling with Monty on the show the last few weeks of the show. And who was supposedly supposed to be Joseph's best friend. Then dates Joseph outside of the show. And now, was at one point in time at least somewhat of a friend to Tiffany. But now is with Tiffany's leftovers. Is now with Tiffany's ex. Why? And then the cookout is kind of just like Switzerland. They're just kind of like, listen, I'm just going to be cool with who I'm going to be cool with, and I'm just going to keep it cool and keep my mouth shut. No, that is not the energy, you guys. But it seems that some of the other reality TV stars, in particular, a lot of Taylor's castmates and people from other reality shows, it appears to have been on Tiffany's side. Even people Tiffany has previously fallen out with, such as CashApp from Love Island USA Season 3. She was even hanging out with her. So it is just a lot, you guys. This isn't cool. The whole Kylin thing is not a good look. Even recently, I believe it was Nurse that was not doing a live, Nerys that was doing a live for the challenge. And Taylor, of course, was with Kylin because they've been doing some of these watch parties, of course, at Todrick's and whoever else is. Why was Taylor covered up in blankets so that as the camera panned to her, we couldn't see her, but we knew it was her? Why is Taylor posting stories and different things and Snapchats and all these things, and we can hear Kylin in the background? We know you're together. And you downplayed it to us on the Us Weekly interview, trying to say, oh, you know, Kylin had just kind of asked, you know, what it would be like if we went out on a date. Just, you know, we're just friends. You know, Taylor's trying to downplay her friendship to the subs with Tiffany, that, like, she doesn't really have any close friends. Like all of these shenanigans. Why? I don't like it, you guys. And here's the thing. I'm grateful that, of course, we have our first Black Big Brother season winner that is not, you know, that is a traditional season, that wasn't a celebrity season. I am grateful that we had, you know, back-to-back AFPs and Tiffany and Taylor. And I really thought the Detroit connection, the Midwest connection, you know, having the morals and the values connection and girl code connection, that we wouldn't be seeing a fallout like this. That Taylor wouldn't just be like, you know, oh, I'm going to be friends with you. I'm going to stay the night at your house several times. And I'm going to really, you know, you're really going to take me in the reality TV umbrella, and specifically the Black reality TV umbrella, only to mess with my ex. And not only mess with my ex, but move him in. After all I've done for you, that's not cool, Taylor. That's not cool, Taylor, at all. And the problem is, you know, she has to hide it because, you know, even the times that she tried to do a soft launch, there was backlash. Because a lot more people in the reality TV space respect and like Tiffany. Because although Taylor says she's a quote-unquote girl's girl, there's a lot of girls she does not see it for. And there's a lot of girls she does not like or get along with, you guys. And there's a lot of girls she unfollows in this reality TV place if they dare, you know, are in a picture with Joseph. So make it make sense, right? But this, none of this is it. It's not it at all. It's not a good look. You know, I don't tell people what to do. I'm just giving my opinion. But, you know, it's pretty shady what Taylor did to Tiffany. And there's no way to defend any of this. It's indefensible, you guys. It's indefensible. You know, Taylor and Kylin might as well just come out and say we're together, except for Kylin does not want to claim Taylor, but he wants to claim the benefits that is with the Taylor cosign and the Taylor Association, which is free events to go to, such as the Super Bowl, for the second year in a row. And also, you know, Taylor's snazzy LA apartment that I'm sure is costing a fortune. That is definitely costing more everything that she, you know, was paying in Detroit. I'm sure even the most expensive high-rise in Detroit is not going to touch LA prices for even the most basics of apartments, you guys. So there is that. So let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.